Yo, what's up everybody? It's Manly Dogs here, coming to you with sort of an impressions video on a recent game I played, and that is XDefiant. I think it's called XDeviant or XDefiant. I could be totally saying it wrong. First off, just to start, this game's naming is just horrible, right? Like, it sounds like a program I run on my computer, you know? And this isn't a video hating on the game or anything like that. It's a current game that is out in beta. It's kind of has some controversy around it. It's trying to take on the COD fan base and trying to take that spot from COD. And right off the top, if I'm just being honest, I don't think this game has those legs yet. It could very well have those legs in the future, but playing it during the beta, and this being what I assumingly is close to the final product, it feels choppy. If that's how I have to explain it, it feels like I guess like a streamer bait type game. It feels also just like how like the terms of quality that Ubisoft puts out now. I'm gonna hearken to what is the Hyperscape release and everything like that. There was a ton of hype and love around that game right when it launched, but just like this game, it kind of had that streamer bait vibe where Ubisoft is getting all these people to play the game. They're getting views up, artificial views up, just by people watching to get a key to try to play the game. I know right now on Twitch, a whole thing is that it's overtaken Call of Duty in terms of viewage, which that's fine, but I think it's everyone watching to get a beta key. I got mine really early, but I was playing on Xbox, and the Xbox servers shut down for about 3 or 4 days, and I just couldn't play the game, which kind of really sucks because I want to play from the comfort of my console, not the comfort of my PC, where I can't just sit back and relax. I have to sort of hunch over the keyboard. So that's kind of like my initial view on just the before I play the game, right? Is like, this is that game that's gonna be popular for a month or so, or a week or so, and then it's gonna really die down until it's eventually canceled. Now that could change. That could change because the game does feel good. It has its moments of where Halo, actually that's a perfect moment in this game. A bad moment actually is, why does everyone in this game move and run around like they have rubber legs and their body has no bones in it? It feels as if when I'm moving, that's just bad accuracy there, but when I'm moving and I'm sliding or I'm shooting at someone, they either sort of rubber band around shots sometimes, or they glitch around shots, and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel rewarding. Now, there are moments where the game shines, as I was saying. You're gonna see more of this teleporting thing I'm talking about, where I'm shooting someone and their bullets are my bullets are moving around them. It's very weird. Watch, I think this is one of them. Look at that! Like, that guy completely teleported. So there's moments in this game, and you're gonna see in this clip, in one of these moments is where you get your double kills, your triple kills, your multi kills, and you really have that like shining moment in a match, and that feels good. That's when the game feels great, right? Is sort of these far in between moments of getting on kill streaks or winning a lot of gunfights, and feeling like you're actually doing something to contribute to the team and not just shooting at people to get a kill, right? That was a mine that blew me up. Excuse me, I had to scratch my throat. But maybe there's something wrong with the Xbox servers that were causing everyone to bounce around, but this was what most of my matches felt like today, and I played about 10 of them, which is fine. I think that's something that can be addressed post-beta. So I know a big thing in this game, look at that guy just teleport behind me. Big thing in this game is movement. Everyone, there was a viral video of a guy exploiting some movement, and then the devs have preached that that was completely intentional, and I don't think it is. Sort of like reminds me of Fortnite when that game first came out, and The building was very much a side thing, but people began to use and exploit it so much and develop these patterns that it became integral to fighting. That could happen with the movement in this game, honestly, but if it does, I don't think I'll have like the patience to really continue to play and learn that skill. Also, I just procced my ultimate, which you get maybe 2 or 3 times in a match. Doesn't feel good, honestly. So your ultimate ability is in the center of the screen, and for this character it buffs you to 200 HP, which is good if you're running into a firefight, but typically the time to kill in this game, even at 100 HP, is super quick. And so 200 HP, while yes, it can be the deciding factor in most fights, it's not like I'm gonna push in there and actually push that and win that fight, because if it's 2 people shooting at me, I'll still get killed, I mean, just as fast. Now, that's not to say you can't use it completely tactically, but so far I haven't had anything crazy happen with it. I really like how grenades feel in this game. That is one thing. They feel, someone I remember mentioned this, oh, this is a good moment in this game. I'm not sure what that guy was doing. I dodged his mine, killed 2 of them, got behind their flank, and started shooting them all in the back, which felt really rewarding and really good. That was that moment I'm talking about. That's where this moment shines. But as I was saying, grenades really feel weighty, you know, and that was a complaint by one guy. He said the grenades don't feel light. They don't feel like you should be feeling like you could throw them further. But in my opinion, no, grenades should be completely tactical. If I have a frag grenade, let me just lob it down below me or lob it to the side or in a room and land exactly where I wanted it to. And 9 times out of 10, the grenades have been fantastic, except for this very moment where I bounced it into the vent with me. This match is almost over. We're gonna actually go to another match after this, and see, just talk about some more things where I had some good plays. But overall, in my opinion, this game the success of this game will rely on the casual versus ranked sort of development, right? Is it just going to be casual, right? Is it going to be primarily casual, primarily ranked? Are they going to tune it and balance the game to ranked or too casual? Now you may be saying, right, COD has been casual and had ranked game modes and esports modes, but COD has survived in this gaming space for almost 20 years now, or even longer. About 20 years since the original Call of Duty, and they've had time to develop that. I'm going to they've had time to sort of adjust to that balance and how guns feel. Now this changes with each developer, of course, but also I'd like to talk about the characters in this game. If anyone doesn't know, they're completely Ubified characters, which is characters from the Ubiverse. Yeah, that's what I'm calling it, the Ubiverse. You got characters from factions like DedSec, Division, Ghost Recon, Far Cry 4, and another one that I can't remember, but it's all pretty generic, like shooter people, except the DedSec guys. Hey, Ubiverse, let me put in my For Honor characters. Let me play as Ezio in this game, and guess what? I'm buying your game, or it's probably going to be free to play. Another thing I'd like to talk about really quick just now, they do the fake battle pass thing. And people may be wondering like what I'm talking about when I say that. It's free. This beta battle pass is free, but the reason this beta battle pass even exists, right, is so you can play the game for that, like, a very set period of time. There are people who are completionists in these games that really only want to just unlock or follow like the reward track and see where, see what they can unlock, and have these FOMO unlocks that won't be in the full game. Which is fine, I think that's okay, but make it completable. I've made this much progress in about 15 to 20 games, which is absolutely absurd. I think a battle pass should be relatively easy to complete. It should take me like a very medium amount of time. But the fact that this is after about 15 to 20 games, and I've only made this much progress, is absolutely absurd. I know what you're doing, Ubisoft. You're trying to create like this filler gap of time where I'm playing the game to unlock these rewards, and guess what? I will, because it works, but it kind of feels a little bit predatory in the sense that like there's so many different games to play, and this game is like, hey, you like complete this battle pass, and I'm a completionist. Once I start something, I can't stop. So let's go to the next video, or the next match. So in particular, let me take a sip of my coffee. Funny thing is, everyone uses either stealth or bio. I don't see anyone else using the bio perk is a heal, and the stealth perk is like it makes you hardly invisible. That's another thing. Excuse me, I had to take a sip of my coffee. Another thing to talk about really is, and you can see me here, I wanted to try the sniper. You'll see how great that goes. So every character or every faction you choose has different abilities. One has a shield, one has a heal, one has a stealth, and another has a drone that like flies across the map and shoots fire, which is really cool in my opinion. But there are definitely some definitive better ones. The bio heal that I have, I think I got blown up, huh? But I also blew someone up. The bio heal, I think is what it's called, or something like that. It immediately heals you upon use. But there's this weird delay in pressing a button on the Xbox controller, where when I click the LB button, it doesn't proc immediately. It actually takes some time to come out and use, which is fine. Maybe that's intentional. But man, when I press a button and sometimes it doesn't work and I end up dying because of it, that really sucks. Not sure what my teammate is doing here, but I ended up totally whiffing every single shot before he starts actually moving. So we're actually playing one of the other game modes. We played Control, which is probably one of the like definitive best modes in the game right now. And now we're playing an escort game mode where you defend and you attack, or you either defend or attack. You actually only have one chance, you know. And if you're on the side of attacking, you're probably gonna win. Simply because the other team doesn't get a chance to answer back as an attack and defend, where, you know, I can see how much progress we make versus they make. They have to make it to 3 checkpoints here. They've already made it to their first one and steamrolled my team. Here I am just absolutely dominating with the sniper, but you see my team absolutely letting themselves, like, not taking positions and just pushing like they're in a regular firefight. And I think that's what can hurt part of the casual player base of this game, is if you get picked into an escort mode, maybe you don't want to play that, you know. But it put me into this game mode automatically. Maybe I don't want to play this game mode where it's easy to absolutely get steamrolled. Let me just play Control, you know. And maybe that's a thing about balance and tuning of this game mode. I could be completely griping on something nobody cares about, but it's just my thoughts after playing a good bit of the beta and finally getting to play it again and record some footage on it on the Xbox Series S. This guy completely comes out of nowhere. Another complaint, I guess, is spawns. The guys can just sit behind in your spawns and just wait you out. Doesn't feel good, honestly. But I think the game has a lot of potential. I think there's a chance that it completely blows everyone out of the water. But Ubisoft is notorious for just fumbling the bag and creating these like really like powerful and impactful competitive games that are somewhat interesting and do something different. But the only 2 games I know that they've made that really succeed in that multiplayer space is For Honor and Rainbow Six Siege. If anyone can think of anything different, please let me know. As far as I know, Division is popular, but it's not really supported that much, right? I also hearken to the old Assassin's Creed multiplayer, which was absolutely phenomenal for anyone who's played it. And that just doesn't exist anymore. Now that could change in the future, as with everything I'm saying here, because this is a beta and this is just sort of my impressions of what I've played. But for now, we're just going to be content to get steamrolled by people who are really sweating on this game. Also, there's no canceling crossplay. You're always crossplayed with PC and Xbox and consoles, which is also fine. But sometimes I don't feel like playing against sweaty goo goo gaga characters or PC players who can one-tap me in the head, because the time to kill in this game is absolutely insane. Here I am, being the only person to actually hold the viable point to escort for my team, but as my team is just sitting in the back, failing, and not able to actually, not taking time to actually push up on the point to, you can actually retreat the bot. So I get hit with some incendiary rounds, which is pretty interesting. If you add different types of rounds, I think that has the potential to create some variable strategy in the game. Also, the customization in this game I think is really good. I think the way you can change and alter your weapons matters. It's impactful. It's not sort of like in Call of Duty where you can have this amalgamation of attachments that ultimately hardly sometimes affect the weapons unless it's a Kimbo or the stock. Or I guess a suppressor that makes you disappear off the map. But even that doesn't matter in Call of Duty anymore. So ultimately to say, because we're about to lose here and I want to wrap up the video, I don't want to keep it too long, I really want to keep this concise. We're already hitting that sort of like 20-minute mark where I think the video is too long. But I think this game is a competitor to Call of Duty, to Battlefield, which if everyone doesn't know, in genres, specifically gaming genres, there's the top 3 in every genre. And right now, and in first-person shooters for decades now, it's been Call of Duty, Battlefield, and Halo. Say what you want about Battlefield and Halo, yes, they're slipping up, but they still remain as probably one of the most played first-person shooter games on the market right now besides Call of Duty. I'm not talking about the Battle Royale genre if anyone wants to mention Apex. That's a good first-person shooter, but it's a game in the Battle Royale genre. And I think this game, because of Halo and because of Battlefield slip-ups, it has the potential to take that spot from either Halo or... Oh, here's a weird glitch that happened, or Battlefield. Is I'm playing and the game decides that this graphics don't exist anymore and just starts exploding on my screen. So with that, guys, we get a heartbreaker here because we just did so terribly. I really want that to be the end of the video. I could keep going on and on about this type of stuff, but I don't want to extend the video too long. Let me know what you guys think of this video, on an impression video on XDefiant. Are you gonna play it? Are you loving it? Are you hating it? Do you think it has legs? I'm really interested in a deeper discussion in the comments. So if you come in here just to say, you know, fuck Call of Duty, I don't think I'll respond. But if you come in here and say, hey, I think this game has legs of some kind, you know, this is where I think it can grow, or where it's not going to grow, I'd love to have that conversation. Make sure you leave a like, consider subscribing, and I appreciate you guys.